Hello, Team Tech. Just wanted to go over a few things about this new file. It's mostly the same, but I've gone through and corrected a lot of the little notation so that it will be less confusing. Also, I've added a variety of color just to kind of let them know there is color, but also because they often start out in black, so this will take a lot of the guesswork out. I just want it in a different color, and I want it in a wider stroke width. So we practice with the stroke widths. No fills at this point. But if they wanted to go black, they could, or as a lab, if you wanted to decide on a color that's not this color, that would be great. And these are all the same. For this one, I just want them to get used to looking at the silhouette and not following this interior line, but just going around the outer interior. So if they were to just practice their pen tool drawing these flats, move these over, and then they could give it a fill color too. Just any old color will do. I don't have to worry about the details on these two flats here. Over here, the same thing. We're just going to draw 3 lines, and then we're going to show them the variable width tools here. Up here, this drop down, we have our pointy, and then we have over here the zipper and the stitch. You can show them either drawing on the line or next to it, and then converting, like grabbing the line and then changing the properties of it, so that after we do our silhouette, so we, of course, we're going to trace the silhouette of this flat, drag it over here. Once we have this, and the whole point of just doing the silhouette here is to have them look at their layer panel and create like one line that is the outline. And then once we have that dragged over, we can show them how to click it and then hold the Alt key down and do a copy that over. And then I want you to show them how to do the interior stuff, how to draw their fill, how to change the color, how to just draw all your stitch lines at once, and then you can just grab all of these lines here. Let's be careful not to grab this interior fill. We'll grab these here, we'll say no fill, of course, and then we can at that point convert them to stitches. And then we could, at the end, after we have them all gathered here, at this point we can group it, object group, and then so show them over here on the layer panel that once we have all of our lines, they're all highlighted here, and then we can group them. Once we have them grouped, we can change this to like details. So this will help us. Communicate to them this whole layer management thing. I might make this a little bit narrower. So when we put it together here, and we'll assemble it over here. We'll have our interior fill, and then we can just grab all these as a group and move these over for our stitches, and then for finessing, show them the direct select tool and how we can drag our anchors up. And then for the wrinkles or darts here, I just want to emphasize the whole zooming in, drawing your curve line 1 and 2, and then of course grabbing both of these and grouping them. We can call this one folds, and then giving them like a pointy surface. And then once we have that, we can take these, now that they're grouped, and stick it over here to show them how to do that flat. All right. For this one here, I just trace these shapes here, of course, and then we can show them how these all fit together with the fills. So that once we have these drawn, of course, going back to show how drawing these shapes here with fills. Oh, here it is. And how to cover this little space here, and then of course these little fold lines go in. So the whole purpose of this is just to introduce this whole layer management while we are drawing our flats. The importance of course, being first of all that we have one layer dedicated to just the overall silhouette, and then we can create other layers for our details so we can easily change colors. Here is just kind of a funny panel because there's so much space. I want to show these students that they have to zoom in. Zooming in is your friend. Make sure that when you're doing this circle here that the way I did it was I had, I think, no stroke line, or I had 0.5, I think, was my width for my circle for that. And for these, I had no stroke outline, just I had a fill for those dots. But I mean, everybody, I'm sure all of you know how to do this. You've been doing it for years, and that's all that we have to do. So it should be, we shouldn't be rushing at the end or not finishing. And then next week when we go into flats, we'll go into more layer management and path joining and copying from pictures, etc. Okay, hope that helps. Bye.